Hello everybody, welcome back to Language Litigation Integration Part 173, Casual Conversations 90. Woohoo, we've made it to the new year. I've now officially survived, legitimately. Math subject on a desk, completely done, 6 going on 7 years. December 16, 2016, give or take, around there. But as always, I'm your host. My name is Bradley Bowes. I'm being profoundly and extensively tortured. There is nothing I can do, there is nowhere I can go, and there is nowhere I can call. I'm currently being held captive against my will in the United States of America. These people violate their own laws, they murder children, they blow up their own buildings, and they lie, cheat, and steal. They lie, cheat, and steal. They lie, cheat, and steal. And they're fat. They lie, cheat, and steal. Everyone suppressing signs over the age of 12 is killing children. That is your legacy. That is your eternal soul. That is how you will be remembered amongst this fucking species. How you treated me and the people you've affected. Governor Mike DeWine legalized cannabis. No, you killed children. Fran DeWine with her nasty fucking golf ball and socks looking tits. You don't legalize cannabis, you kill children. Oh, you got elected, cool. Are you a scientist, Mike DeWine? Nope. I'm not a scientist, but I'm just gonna play games and come. My stupid daughter, Becky, she died in a car accident. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna lead our great state by refusing to enforce meaningful science and kill children. That's so fucking stupid. I guarantee Michael DeWine's probably like 5'7", little man syndrome. Well, he wanted to be the leader, wanted to be the fucking leader, he's just a fucking whore. Fucking disgusting. Michael DeWine, you are killing children. Joe Biden, you are killing children. Every world leader that is not legalizing prescribing cannabis, you are killing children. Which I find fucking funny. I am the only person on this planet doing fucking anything that has any sort of substance to anything. You guys will play games and come, whether it's business or your careers or sports, your entire lives. And it is fucking disgusting. Enforce the fucking law, pay me my money, and let me get away from your dirty, nasty, fucking stupid fucking kids. I will be tortured until I'm dead. No damn sure, if I wasn't being tortured by the biggest gang in the fucking world, I would be defending my property with lethal force today. Today. But hey, again, right, we're allowed to literally murder our own fucking citizens, lie about it, and then people just start waving their flag and say, that would never happen. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. I hate all law enforcement. As a statement of a judge, as a statement of a person who should be in law enforcement, who again is the only person teaching anybody. Lie, cheat, and steal, push Brad out of society, kill a bunch of kids, say we're too fucking stupid to think that's what we're doing. It's disgusting. To the people of the future, your ancestors are filth. They are fucking filthy. They are whores. They're illiterate. They're 65, 75, 85-year-old fucking children. And they're killing the next generation because they can't change their behavior. We had the military police enforce a travel ban in snow-covered Buffalo, New York. Deadliest storm in at least 2 generations. Approximately 30 deaths so far, 4 to 6 foot of snow. And we've warmed up here in Columbus. It's probably about mid-50s right now. No snow on the ground here. Uh-oh. We have Tesla down 69%. Nice. Year to date, as of 12/28/2022. LOL to the 69th power. What do I think of Tesla today when I buy the stock? Again, they have market share of the Tesla thing. I absolutely despise Elon Musk for being a thief, a liar, a shitty businessman, and frankly a terrible speaker. Again, you guys are stealing from me. You are stealing from me at a profound level. I would enforce fucking laws if I fucking could. You guys just gotta fucking play games, my god. When this world changed, whether I'm alive or fucking dead, everybody is out. Be nice, fucking fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, and fuck your lives. I will treat you as you've treated me. Say nothing else on that. But I don't squash it, I don't forgive shit, whether it's 5 days, 5 minutes, or 50 fucking years, you are going to pay for your fucking crimes. No exceptions. No fucking exceptions. You are whores. It's so objectively fucking true. You guys contribute nothing, and you hurt people. And if you think it's your right to come until you're like 35. I see it in my brother's behavior, I see it in every person I've ever met's behavior. They don't grow up. They don't know how to. And society says it's completely fucking okay. The Avatar, The Way of the Water, to hit $1 billion in 12 days. That was as quick as Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and Spider-Man, No Way Home. Director James Cameron. And I saw it, liked it, gave it an A- for cinematography. You can go watch the review if you want to see that. Luka Doncic breaks Mavericks single-game scoring record with 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists, second game in 3 with 50-plus points, second 60-point triple-double in NBA history. Wow, what a privilege. What a privilege. So I hit up my, going to keep referencing Peter Patton, because again, he's literally the shooting coach for the Dallas Mavericks. He works directly for a billionaire. Again, I don't know what the salary cap for the Dallas Mavericks is, but it's probably around $250 million. I'm owed $12 million contractually. I know this guy absolutely personally. He, I remember, told you him kicking me out of a basketball practice when I was 14 because he wanted to play games and come, then absolutely my dad's going to side with him because, again, as long as we neglect and abuse a child collectively, it doesn't matter. Child abuse, as long as, again, no crime is committed, it doesn't count. I have been neglected. My educational needs are so profound that I've been neglected to the point of profound and extensive abuse since I've been a child. As an adult, it's full-blown torture, and nobody gives a fuck. So I tried to hit up Peter Patton again. All this piece of shit does is literally teaches people who makes, I don't know how much Luka makes, I don't know, $50 million this year. He literally just paid, I don't know, $250,000 to $400,000 to literally teach people who are making millions and millions and millions of dollars to play games. And I'm over here and I can't eat fucking dinner. I know this guy personally works for a billionaire. And I've been so demonstrably blacklisted from fucking society. And when I tell my mom people are stealing from me, she gets offended. She's like, nobody's stealing from you. It's like everyone is clearly fucking stealing from me. But hey, so I hit up Peter. I said, fuck your family, pay me. Then I hit him back up on yesterday. I said, Peter, you teach cowards, again, if you type in words to Google, it's going to autocorrect it wrong. I tried to say, you teach cowards to shoot hoops. Can you pay me? Yo, Pete, remember when you kicked me out of basketball practice? Again, my father literally made phone calls to make this person have a fucking career. And now I'm begging this person. Again, Mark Cuban owns 100 companies. I will pay you 100 grand to distribute one of my 11 lecture series through one of those fucking media outlets. One. Fucking one, Peter. Oh, that's right. Your kids go to school and steal from you. You can't even respond? You can't even fucking respond. Yet I knew DeSales and St. Paul were the trashiest, nastiest fucking people ever. But I handle with fucking criminals. It's been a while since we've talked, Peter. I don't fucking like thieves. And all you can do is pay me 50 fucking grand. Mark Cuban can put 50,000, 100,000 in a duffel bag, and Peter Bag can put it on my fucking parents' fucking thing today. But Peter Patton is a scumbag, a liar, a thief, and a cheat. Get him the fuck out! Right, Peter? Remember when you kicked me out of basketball? And I'm gonna kick you and your family out of society. I can't eat food, motherfucker, and you're playing games? Okay. I don't squash it, not one time at all. Peter Patton and his whole family, get him the fuck out of society. Back in the rim, baby. Finger on the air hole, back in the rim. Finger on the trigger, pow, pow, pow. It's not a threat. You were stealing from me, and I want someone to give you my fucking money. Fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Egg prices have nearly doubled year over year. Luckily for me, I still can't eat solid breakfast. So that's been going on for about 18 months to 24 months. My life literally just gets fucking worse. People just neglect me, they refuse to do their jobs, and my life gets fucking worse every fucking day. Andrew Tate flirts with Greta Thunberg over car emissions and a small dick energy. Andy asks for an email to send her supercar collections. Andy then makes a video that Greta has a small dick, and Andy gets arrested. I just need more information on that. And he was accused of being in charge of human trafficking and exploitation. I don't know if it was rape or if it was just exploitation of women. I just need the direct facts on this. If it's a bunch of girls in a house that are completely consenting and wanting to show off their bodies, no problem whatsoever. If a single guy is telling them to do something that they don't want to do, big fucking problem. So just got to know the facts on that one. No problem with men or women showing off their bodies if they want to. Big problem with anything that's non-consensual. And if you have authority over them in a sexual kind of way, again, making them make content or something like that, that's fucking disgusting. So just have to know the facts on that. But frankly, I have no respect for Andrew Tate. He strikes me as like a frat boy that didn't grow up. I have more respect for Andrew Tate than any of our politicians or anything, just because they're not the ones suppressing science. I have no respect for him as like a person. He strikes me as a frat boy that didn't grow up. And so, being arrested over interaction with Greta, I think that's a complete false association. I don't see that as related at all. Like the pizza boxes, again, he's publicly saying he lives in Romania, so I don't think it's... The Romanian police knew he was in Romania because of the pizza boxes. I just dismissed that entirely. I think the police might have come out and said that. But again, I just need the facts. If he's actually exploiting women in any capacity whatsoever, I would handle that with serious consequences. If it's women just happening to be around him that want to make content and then people say, look, he's manipulating them, I would just dismiss that yesterday. So, just need the facts on that, don't really know what's going on. New York House Representative-elect is being investigated for lying about his past. George Santos, get this the fuck out of society. Get him the fuck out. Don't let him sit down at restaurants, let him sit down at movie theaters, don't let his family be respected. He lied about his heritage, education, and professional pedigree during his campaign. He's not Jewish, he's not from Wall Street, he's not college educated, but I think he lied about which college he went to. He's 34 male and shows no sign of resignation. So literally, lie, cheat, steal, get elected. We're in the Squid Game. We jump to the next thing on the glass bridge, and now we just hunker down and we don't move. We get elected. And we just lie about everything. But well, we got elected, so I'm not gonna change. This motherfucker is every bit of fucking problems with this fucking world. Everything. George Santos, resign. Get the fuck out of society. Get him the fuck out. Throw him in fucking jail. My God. If I were to lie on a college application, I would get expelled from the school and then it would just go right back to steal from me. Seriously, when I ever see a college university in these big, lavish buildings, and how much faculty you guys employ, and every one of you dirty fucking whores is stealing from me. Every single fucking one. And seriously, we can do basically whatever we want. You can't put money in my mailbox. Federal government can't literally just put money into my fucking account. It's my fucking money. And because you refuse to do that at all, you will be fucking punished. No forgiveness. But George Santos is just absolute fucking trash. This world is so fucking gross. But he tweeted about his mother dying during 9/11. His mom died in like 2016 around Christmas time. But again, play games and come, lie, cheat, and steal, and act like you have no responsibility for fucking anything. That is the only thing anybody does on this planet besides fucking me. Everybody else, everyone suppressing science over the age of 12 is literally murdering children. But yet, be cowards, be fucking cowards, like your fucking parents, like your grandparents, like your ancestors, like everybody fucking trash of your fucking lineage. Be a fucking coward. Lie, cheat, and steal, murder fucking kids, and then be such a bitch you can't take anything in fucking person. That fucking stupid cunt that says I'm the same on and off camera, I'm way more nasty in fucking person, because I won't be yelling at you. We'll be in a nice, calm, cordial interaction, and I'll prove to you you're a fucking whore. And I'll rip you in fucking person and take a picture of your face and kick you the fuck out of society. You guys are going to be punished. You are committing treason. You blow up your own buildings. You murder your own citizens. You lie, cheat, and steal, and start every war in South America and Central, North Africa, and in the Middle East. You guys are gang members, and you are fucking bitches, pussies, cowards, trash. Fuck all law enforcement. Fuck FBI every fucking day. Bill Cosby plans a comedy tour in 2023 after prison release. An 85-year-old geriatric rapist makes a comeback. What's the joke? What's the joke lineup gonna look like? Hey everybody, it's Bill Cosby. Just got out of prison. I'd like to thank everybody coming out for the show. Ladies, I hope you're gonna have a good night. If not, well, I'm gonna change that. What's it really asking? Let me get my walker. Come sit on old Billy's lap. So I don't know what the comedy, what the material is going to look like. I'm sure he's going to force the women to have a good time. So that'll be sure. Let me make sure I'm still rolling. So I watched PBD number 220 with Sam Sorbo and Destiny. Kind of heard of Destiny as like a streamer dude. Have not watched anything from him. Never heard of Sam Sorbo. Destiny's like a 35-year-old dude, and Sam Sorbo is, 50-year-old woman. So I watched most of this. This was actually, I thought, I'm pretty much burnt out on trying to listen to Patrick Bet-David, Form a Logical Thought, and Adam Sosnick. Those fucking getting more frat boys that never grew up and they just have to play games and come and try to do something for 2 weeks and they'll make progress. Do something at the highest level possible for 22 straight years and your parents will respect you as a professional. And they'll torture you every single time you talk to them. You'll get disrespected every time you talk to anybody. Anybody. And I've documented all the things I got banned for this year. Again, for doing nothing weird. Literally just how do I open a product? How do I buy a car that's advertised with no damage and clearly nothing on the Carfax and there's clearly some scratch over here. It's like, but again, lie, cheat, steal, get your money, secure the bag, and then act like it never happened. But this conversation, again, I am literally being fucking tortured. I don't repeat these same things. It's because I feel tortured, and I say the word I'm being tortured, because I'm being tortured, and then people keep torturing me, and then their fucking kids are disgusting. I can't say what the fuck should happen to them. If I don't deserve to eat, you don't deserve to breathe. Objectively, no life matters that much. Objectively, no human or individual life matters at all in relation to a species whatsoever. Doesn't matter that fucking much. And so objectively, I contribute to this society. Objectively, you guys contribute nothing besides detriment. And it'd be one thing to not bothering other people or not be violating the law. You guys are violating the law, hurting people, and then doing nothing. You guys are objectively horrible fucking people. But they get more liars and thieves. But I'm so burnt out of Patrick Bet-David. He can't go 3 sentences without saying it is what it is. But he will go to jail as soon as I possibly can. He's 50 years old. I want you in prison until you're dead, Patrick Bet-David. And fuck your stupid fucking children. Adam Sosnick, fuck your life and fuck your health. I thought the conversation was actually kind of decent, just about homeschooling versus traditional school. What are the pros and cons of homeschooling versus public-private schooling? So Sam Sorbo homeschooled her kids, Destiny private schools her his kids. But just in general, obviously you can learn at your own pace. From homeschooling, more self-direction. Cons, it's not much harder to socialize in a traditional setting. Kind of interesting thing, they have 3.7 million US kids are homeschooled. They outperform academically. It costs about $700 to $1,800 per student per year. And it makes up, homeschooled populations make up about 1 to 10% of state populations. And so again, amazing, because like from my perspective, it just start there. Would I homeschool my kids? Because well, first of all, I would never attract a girl. Again, I still not had a Tinder match. I set my location in Moscow yesterday to see if I could get some fucking match in any other fucking city. Didn't get any matches in Toronto. Got one match in Moscow. So it's kind of far distance, not gonna be traveling to Russia anytime ever. But just again on top of all these things, again I've not had a single social interaction in 5 going on 6 years. I'm talking one shitty lunch with Brendan O'Connell. I've not had a single social life, a day-to-day life in 11 going on 12 fucking years since the end of high school. I just sit here and I'm not allowed to integrate into society. I'm not allowed to assimilate. I'm not allowed to integrate. But would I homeschool my kids? Because objectively, personally, there was nothing on this planet that I even personally derived in. So it's like there's not a better teacher at school than me. And on top of that, though, every bit of every curriculum is directly influenced by me. I literally have an infinite age index, actually, for real. It is what it is the structure of all sentences. You can't form a logical thought without stewing that. And so there's nothing like at school that I personally could teach better than the teachers, while at the same time, they're just teaching me. Well, not me personally, but the things that I have proven personally. And so the real world's out there. I'm just using the guy that's using the right language to describe it all. And nobody knew what the right ontology was, and I have millions of theorems on the right ontology for 22 fucking straight years. So, objectively, having capacity, money, and time, and intelligence, I could certainly homeschool my kids. I probably won't, though. I would absolutely never raise kids in the United States, all these school shootings and mass shootings and bullshit. Again, I've never been an American citizen. I don't have constitutional rights. I'm not a citizen. And so, a rather unique scenario for me, because again, anybody with money and time can homeschool their kids. Competence depends on the person. Again, not nearly as competent as me as anything. But yeah, I probably wouldn't homeschool my kids just so they could socialize, and I would absolutely never in a million fucking years, a trillion years, an eternity, ever consider raising children in the United States of America. Absolutely not. 1, because your daughters are fat whores. You can't find a fucking reasonable woman that isn't just disgusting. 2, your fucking kids are cranked off Looney Tunes. I can't wait to go shoot the next person. So, I will not homeschool my kids. I thought the discussion was well on both sides. I think the con of not being able to socialize readily is kind of again mitigated with all the social functions. But so again, 60-40 both ways. I'd probably just send my kids to school, even though again the teachers will literally be teaching me to them. But I don't know. I'd rather just have them around other people, other kids. But damage from failing to acknowledge LGBT versus pushing sexuality on kids. What is more detrimental to society? The trans regret, the 16-year-old that cuts out their breast tissue and is at 25 is like, yeah, I was just trying to be different? Or the married guy that comes out as gay at 40 with kids? It's definitely still the trans regret, meaning I would err on, again, just any sexuality with kids. Any time, any genuine curiosity expressed from a kid, I'd explain to him in age-appropriate terms. Again, but see, the thing is, you don't get sexual till puberty. So from the ages of 5 and 6 and 7 to 10 to 11, they should be able to, first of all, be around people that know how to behave, not be around these weird adults that don't know how to behave. Now, I'm not talking teachers or LGBT. I'm just talking about people in general. Right? I was watching the Idaho suspects. We'll get to that story. But the Idaho suspects people, the police chief giving a presentation, and his public speaking skills were atrocious. He's jittery, he's all uncomfortable, he's stuttering all over his words. It has nothing to do with sexuality, just presence. Being able to calm, be able to articulate yourself. Should come way before puberty. So by the time puberty comes, there wouldn't be much confusion at all. But again, we have to change the sentiment of the species. We have to publish this Brad's paper. So along with all the wars, blowing up buildings, carnage, 2 to 4 million American deaths are refusing to legalize and prescribe cannabis, behavior is transmitted everywhere. So it might not be as severe as starting a war, but it's one more negligent phone call. It's one more, I could do something to help, or I should do something. I don't really have to, it's not illegal, so I'm not going to. Whereas they would do something to help. And so you should, by, again, having awareness of yourself, ability to articulate what you're feeling, and being in a calm and accepting environment should come way before sexuality. And so then past that, once kids start expressing themselves, again, puberty's kind of the thing we all do. So it's like, not die, reproduce, and think, and you fuckers can't think. So it's kind of like the life thing. What is life? It's a lot of fucking, to be honest, or thinking about fucking. So, but I would err on the kid, because right, if you push a bunch of, again, I want to push sexuality straight or otherwise on anybody. Personal curiosity, they're certainly going to go through puberty, they're certainly going to have questions, they're certainly going to be Googling boobs on the internet or something. So, age-appropriate responses at all ages is acceptable to me from genuine curiosity. Genuine instructions from parents or teachers, again, I would let the kids generate curiosity and ask about it. And again, they're going to ask whoever they feel comfortable around, hopefully their parents. But if you have a 16-year-old female that thinks she's a dude, cuts off her breast tissue, and realizes at 25 she was just insecure or autistic or something, well, she had less of ability to consent meaningfully than the 25-year-old male that knows he's a faggot, knows he's homosexual, is staying with a high school girl because he's from a Catholic environment and doesn't want to, come out as gay. Well, he has a lot more ability to be a fucking adult and say, yeah, I just like sucking some wieners. I don't have to be married to a woman. So, a decent point, but I would still absolutely err on protecting the kids. Again, just let them have genuine curiosity and express anything meaningful at a reasonable age. But again, having the presence, and again, speciality, the tendency to differentiate for sexual antagonism is a broader concept than sexuality. And so again, whether you're the guy that dyes your hair red, or you go extreme and get, you cut off the tip of your nose, or, you just get ear piercings or tattoos was seen as very, outside the norm, 50 years ago. And so that speciality encompasses everything to differentiate, to make yourself unique. And so once sexuality hits, people should have already had the behavioral skills to deal with anything, so they won't have much confusion whatsoever. And on the backdrop of that, we have the biggest denial that's ever occurred. So the last really, I didn't have much talking points from them, I just thought it was a good discussion. It's mainly Sam Sorbo and Destiny going back and forth, some moderation from PBD, can't tolerate Adam Sosnick, dude, he's just a child, he just has no informative points. And I've listened to so much PBD and he's just a thief. Again, forget the actual interviews, you guys are YouTubers and podcasters. I just want to be a person, I want to run a business, I want to have emails and phone calls and revenue, for fuck's sake. But I'm not allowed to be a person while everybody else does. So I recommend the conversation, I thought it was interesting. I'm burnout on PBD and Adam Sosnick. But PBD talked to his sons about sex at age 5 to 6 years old. Like 3 sentences after saying 6th, 7th grade is too soon for homosexuality. It's like sexuality is sexuality. If people are calm and understanding of themselves and confident to express themselves in a meaningful way, and not surrounded by a society that says anything that makes you feel uncomfortable differentiate into a weird way, well then there's not going to be much confusion at all. And so sexuality is sexuality and general curiosity. If my kids started asking about gay sex at 5 or 6, I would explain to that. Some dudes like some dudes. What do you like, little Johnny? But again, 5 to 6 are not going through puberty. They're just learning about the world around them, right? And they live in a world of adults. All of the adults have been thinking about the sex. And so they pick up on things. Every kid from 5 to 6 knows you're lying to them. And so they're just picking up, again, in general, prepubescent, just asking about, a scenario pops up where a mom and dad make a sex joke or something, even if it's not explicit or like vulgar or anything, they're still going to pick up like, what are they talking about? What's this? What's that? And so I think sexuality, whenever the kid is curious enough to express himself or herself about, again, even if it's a straight kid just asking about homosexuality, again, I would just explain to them in age-appropriate terms at any time genuine curiosity is expressed. So that's what I got from that, and I recommend the conversation. Robert Malone must lose his medical license and be completely ostracized from society. I'm so tired of this anti-science fucking bullshit, whether it's fucking COVID or just anything in general. I see their behaviors. They are conspiracy theorists. They're 50-year-old children that have never been challenged in person. They get a little bit of notoriety. They want to have values. They express themselves, and they're kids. They're fucking children. Age is just a number. Nobody knows how to goddamn behave. But I'm so sick of that motherfucker. Along with, again, Brett Weinstein, Eric Weinstein, Sean Carroll, everybody I've referenced in this thing needs to get kicked out of society for real. They've lived their lives. They fucking lived their fucking lives. And I can't eat dinner or sleep properly because of them. Pele dies at age 82. He won 3 World Cups. He died from multiple organ failures after complications with colon cancer. He played 4 World Cups and won 3. So obviously a soccer legend. Yeah, don't have much to say. Again, you have the top G, Andy Tate gets arrested with brother Tristan. And that's another thing with the pizza box things. I don't see why Tristan would be involved if that had anything to do with the Greta Thunberg. I see that as a serious false association and just need the facts. It said webcam house with 75 girls working there. Again, if they all want to play there and have fun, walk around naked, making some content, go for it. If there's any sort of abuse or pimping or authority over them, making them do so, big fucking problem. So again, I bring up the FBI again every single time in the middle at the end of the day. I'm sitting there saying, like, my rights are violated. This is the wrong thing. I don't feel comfortable being tortured. So I try to call the law enforcement. Again, they're gang members. They are literally ordered to commit crime. They are literally ordered to murder children by refusing to enforce the law. And they're too incompetent to say, well, I have any responsibility for my own actions. I just wiped my shit in my hand and just wiped it all over my face, and now I'm throwing it at everybody. Everyone's throwing shit at everybody else. So Brad over there, the guy that takes showers and educates himself and reads and learns and can speak any language and has mastered a ton of skills, he's not eating and shitting in his face, so let's kick that guy out because he's fucking weird. Okay. The FBI operator literally orders me to stop trying to crime. She literally said stop calling. Article 1, Section 8, Subsection 7 of the United States Constitution is violated. The Fifth Amendment is violated to a profound level, to the point where it's murdering 2 to 4 million Americans because you won't legalize and prescribe cannabis. Okay then, again, I don't give a fuck about the carnage. I just want my money away from you fucking freak shows. I actually want the fuck out. I don't want to keep making these fucking videos. I want to have a decent life where I don't have to Julie Fallis be the singer and the speaker, clean your ears of human matters. I fucking can't because they're fucking murderers and criminals. I can't fucking respond. Everybody involved in suppressing science is murdering children, and you will be remembered as such, and you should be punished as such. No fucking exceptions. If I'm not allowed to report crime, stop breathing. It's not a threat. Stop literally breathing. I called one of the FBI officers, and she literally got offended. I was literally like, "You're so fat. You're so fat fuck." She's like, because she was. And she's like, I'm 350 pounds. Behave. Behave, dumb bitch. When I'm talking about like alien species being, complete consolidation of behavior, I'm not just talking about like murdering your own citizens or committing crime. I'm talking about being competent as well. Right? Being able to manage money, being able to woodwork, being able to weld, being able to have plumber skills, being able to do the things you need to do to function in your day. It's called competency. But no, we just play games and come, then we get offended. They literally told me to stop trying to report crime. And it's publicly documented. And I had 40 fucking people recorded in the fucking apartments. And you fucking animals are treasonous. And then they project their insecurity onto me. Like, are you threatening me? No, you were threatening me by violating my rights and endangering my life. That's a threat. Endangering my life is a threat. That is threatening. Threatening me is threats. It's disgusting. The species is fucking disgusting. But yeah, I watched another great American soldier saying he got addicted to killing, quote unquote, the bad guy, and also talking about the honorable death fantasy. I think from a Caleb Peterson video. 2 different really talking points. I have one same one, I'm not sure why. I watched a video of a U.S. sniper, big dude, he's got his tats, and he's talking about the first person he killed, and he's like, oh yeah, I loved it. I love that shit. But again, that's the value of the enforcer. If someone's breaking into your fucking home and you blow the dude away, a lot of people, again, who are so pussy, but like, I don't like that. They realize it doesn't feel good. Because you're protecting yourself. You're doing the right thing. If, the aggressor is coming into you or threatening your family or something and you put him down, you are doing the right thing. If you put on a badge, you get enlisted, you work for a gang that has 300,000 soldiers, and you get sent to Afghanistan and you start mowing down children, you're a child killer. And then you come back over and the VA won't give you health care and you off yourself. Shucks, bummer. You should have been more consentful and more understanding. You should have been more educated. You should have been more confident in what you're doing, what you're signing up for. But this is the savage, because again, you're right. It should feel good to put down the bad guy, Mr. U.S. Marine. But if you go into a foreign country and you start mowing down kids, you're objectively the bad guy. So somebody should fill you up with some lead. But again, it's not a threat. This is against statement of war. I'm a war fucking leader, dude. Right? People are killing people in Russia and Ukraine, right? When we're saying go Ukraine, we're saying go slaughter those Russian soldiers, correct? We use direct words. I'm not a bitch about shit. And so yeah, You gotta, but then there's the addiction mindset. It's like, he wants an identity, now he's the enforcer. All the bad guys, the bad guys, the bad guys. The American soldier's the fucking bad guy. My God, 9 times out of 10, American soldiers are the bad guy. They're just the biggest bully on the block. But it kind of pairs well with the honorable death fantasy. So, Michaela Peterson talks about this again, about being a pathetic fucking whore. She had some kid, postpartum, martyrdom, depression. She has no identity. Her father's a benzo addict. Her mother's probably also an addict of something. And so she's I'm so deathly ill for 2 years, blah, 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 bullshit. And she talks about having, like, if there were, like, one thing she could do to have, like, an honorable death, she would have loved to do that. It's really that's like kind of the same mentality as the primitive value of the enforcer. It's like, if I'm not going to be the person that actively putting people down with guns or knives or swords or samurai swords or whatever, well then I might want to be the person that jumps in front of a bus to push somebody out of the other way. It's really the same kind of psychological thing of like, I want my life to have some value, some identity. I can't educate myself, so I'm gonna go out guns blazing type of deal. But I'm so pathetic that I just want to have an honorable death. And so it's just like, and more pathetic shit. And again, but I remember kind of feeling like an honorable death fantasy again when I was probably like, I don't know, 13, 14. Because again, realizing I am stuck in society. And at 29, and I am stuck in society. I just keep making these things and I'm going to punish people that have done this shit to me, man. But again, it's just like, there's nothing to do. Like, it's like, kind of like pairs with nihilism. Like, the overall society is like, more or less, they won't say it out loud. They won't say, nothing really matters. And nothing really does matter, but that's why you should live your life. But their lives work. They have careers, they have families, they're comfortable, they don't have to think about anything, and they have a certain business. They'll maybe get on Reddit and be like, oh, that dude with $1 billion, that's way too much fucking money. And they'll never actually do something with their own lives. And so their value to society is like fantasizing death instead of just living. Again, we have to get out of the primitive state of behavior, and we can't. So fuck the U.S. soldiers that get addicted to killing. Again, you guys are the bad guys. If you kill women and children and you're just part of the biggest gang in the world and you go to somebody else's home and shoot them, and then you go back and get paid leave, go on vacation, you are the bad guy. What's in my headphones? Another album slapping, The Devil Wears Prada, Color Decay. It's an album from 2022. The Devil Wears Prada, haven't had much new music from them in a while. But one of the original OG metalcore scene bands, The Devil Wears Prada, Memphis Mayfire, Asking Alexandria, all those type of bands. But I really like Salt. I like the whole album. There's a couple songs with some of the dirty vocals or just the growling I thought was a little overdone. But overall, I thought it was a playthrough album. So I recommend The Devil Wears Prada. What was their first album that really slapped? The Roots Above and Branches, with Roots Above and Branches Below Standard Edition. And that was a slappy. But yeah, I like them. It's classic. Miss May I, classic. We Came as Roman. So actually, it's a Christian rock band, which I like. Again, I'm not a Christian, but just like the actual music I like. August Burns Red, Bless the Fall, like Moths to Flames. All classics, all absolute classics. Punk Goes Crunk, back in 2008. So I really recommend that. Welcoming in the new year. The etymology of the word armadillo, from armado. So an interesting thing, unfortunately, whenever I feel like I'm getting a wave of brain cancer, I might flick on the Dark Horse podcast, again, if I'm just like literally not trying to send them to jail, which they are going to jail. But they had a picture of an armadillo. And obviously it strikes me as it strikes me as a Spanish word, armadillo. But I look it up in the dictionary, I have a English to Spanish bilingual dictionary. There's no armadillo from English to Spanish or Spanish to English. We have armado, which I looked up the etymology on Google and said armadillo comes from armado, and it is a Spanish-rooted word, but it's said from armado, and so it's like I don't know, the etymology of the word armadillo. I thought it would be clearly Spanish, but again, it's not in the dictionary, so I don't know if that's a new word or what the fuck. I don't know. So I wrote that down. 28-year-old Brian Koberger, arrested and charged with first-degree murder in the death of the 4 Idaho students. So again, obviously that case made a lot of news here in America. I don't know, I didn't really follow the case. I think a gas station lady saw a car or something. But so, this lack of technology. There it is, Ben Shapiro. There's all of our bad things. Our technology does net bad thing. And again, the reason this has even made the news to any meaningful
amount was probably because there wasn't enough cameras around whatever the house was. There's so many cameras everywhere, these things get solved in 2 days. It's not like this big mystery of who killed these people. It's like, oh, there's the car, there's the license plate, there's the VIN number, there's the facial recognition, there's 14 cell phone pictures with them. So glad that piece of shit got arrested. Go. Pope Benedict XVI, the former Pope Benedict XVI dies at 95. He was Pope for 8 years. He resigned in 2013, and it was the first resignation since Gregory XII in 1415. So, kitty fucker, kitty protector. The Catholic Church is absolutely Looney Tunes. They lie about history left and right. Again, Catholics versus Jewish people is because they're about two different people. I mean, clear as fuck. I'll be back on book club tomorrow or something. Just been doing movie reviews and stuff. But yeah, it's cool. First resignation in like 600 years. That's interesting. The Catholic Church is in it's a playpen for Jeffrey Epstein. It's a bunch of weird fucks. They're not translators. They're not historians. Praying is thinking. Thinking is conjecturing. I prove shit. You guys just lie about history. Lie, cheat, steal. Whether it's the Pope, whether it's the Vatican, whether it's the United States government, whether it's the Les Bleus, the Secret France team, not the soccer club, Les Bleus. Or, I don't know, Somalis, or Ethiopia, or Canada, or Australia. I went out to the garage. I had some fucking Donny paper in the garage. So I had to get my sonnies in the garage, and picked up some Donny paper. You guys are just fucking killing people, man. Like, truly. There's nothing else to say. You guys have to change your behavior, and you don't. You can't. And so, that's good. Again, everyone lies about history. Sweet. Last talking point. Barbara Walters dies at 93. Longtime American broadcaster. Didn't really know much about her. Know the name. A little bit before my time, I think. At least I didn't watch much of her. Know the name. Not much to say about her. Saw a video said Barbara Walters being a dick to people for 15 minutes straight, and only watched like one clip, so I don't really know. But again, if anyone in my worthless community watches this and gets offended, I am literally just trying to start a business, as I've been doing every minute of every day for the past 10 continuous fucking years. Not 1 inch of progress, not one inbound phone call, not one bit of traction on anything. It is all illegal. There is nothing I can do. I get disrespected by everybody anytime I deal with anybody. Over $50,000 a fucking year of fucking income. And I am owed trillions. Kevin Gates, they're making it rain on you. I don't need anybody to make it rain on me. People need to pay me what the fuck I have earned. And throw your chain away, you fucking loser. So thank you for watching Language, Litigation, and Integration Part 173, Catholic Conversations 90. My name is Bradley Bowes. I'm being profoundly and extensively tortured. There is nothing I can do, there is nowhere I can go, and there is no one I can call. I will be tortured until the day that I die, because I am being held captive by treasonous, fat, lazy, incompetent animals. And if I could, I would enforce the law today. But continue to commit treason and enjoy your new year. Happy New Year. Feliz Años Navidades or some shit. Happy New Year. Feliz Año Nuestro. No, Nuestro Año. No happy new... Oh, no, that would be right. Feliz Nuestro Año. Happy New Year. Not really. Año es malo. Like every other Proshen and whatever the next ones are. It's all gonna be fucking shit. Life is disgusting. It seriously is. You guys learned something from me, and I am being fucking tortured. So enjoy your free shit, enjoy stealing from me, enjoy ruining my life, enjoy ruining my parents' relationship with my parents' family, enjoy restricting me from having a family of my own. And go raise your kids on stolen property. It's not a good idea. See you in the next one.